when we heard Colin Powell on the 24th of February 2001 say this, we were interested. This is Colin Powell, quote, Saddam Hussein has not developed any significant capability with respect to weapons of mass destruction. He is unable to project even conventional power against his neighbors. February 2001. Condoleezza Rice, July 29, 2001. We are able to keep his arms from him. His military forces have not been rebuilt. He being Saddam Hussein. Now, the 29th of July, if my math is right, is about 6 weeks before 9/11. Now, we all know, because we've heard it 100 times, after 9/11, everything changed, right? So we were being asked to believe that after 9/11, weapons of mass destruction descended like manna from heaven for a soft landing on the sands of Iraq, right? 6 weeks before, they don't have anything. Almost immediately, within a week after Don Rumsfeld, Dick Cheney, they might be close to nuclear weapon. Yes, they have all manner of weapons of mass destruction, chemical, biological weapons. So guess what? We intelligence analysts smelled a rat. Now, did we have to be rocket scientists? No, all you had to do was keep track of what they were saying before 9/11 and what they started to say after 9/11. And we got pretty upset. And that's why we kind of got together. We're all alumni, not only of CIA, but DIA, State Department, NSA, the FBI, all kinds of intelligence professionals who felt a certain devotion to the ethic, you know? Believe it or not, the ethic was reflected in the Bible citation that was chiseled into the marble at CIA headquarters. It said, people are in your we here? 51. Mm-hmm. Feel free to interrupt at any time. The inscription says, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. When I first saw that, my first day, I said, you know, it's going to be a neat place to work, if that's true, you know. That turned out to be true. But it's no longer true, and that's the sad part of this whole business. What we saw happening prompted us to form something called Veteran Intelligence Professionals for Sanity. One reason for the word sanity was that there wasn't a heck of a lot of sanity being evidenced by our policymakers. Indeed, the policymakers, the so-called neocons, and we have the neocon book there, were the same people who were at middle levels of government under George Bush I, and they were universally referred to as the crazies. I kid you not. We're talking about Pearl, we're talking about Wolfowitz, we're talking about that whole coterie of folks. You come in on Monday morning, somebody would say, guess what the crazies did Friday? You'd know exactly who the allusion was to. These same people, Pearl, Wolfowitz, and so forth.